If you've been waiting for the moment that decides whether this season bends toward a statement or slips into the mud, circle Sunday, underline it twice, and put it in bold. National window. Bright lights. The Cowboys swaggering into our house with their highlight tape and their sideline smirks in our locker room at Hollis. All looking around and saying, enough. You can feel it already. The urgency in the building, the edge in every rep. The city holding its breath for 4 quarters. That will say a lot about who the Bears are right now. If you're tired of apologies and almost, if you want a game that turns belief into noise you can hear from the lakefront to Lombard, then lock in. Because the path to a win is there, and it starts with playing cleaner, smarter, tougher football than the star on the helmet expects. Here's what I'm going to deliver for you today. I'm going to map the matchup like a coach's cut-up. What both teams have shown through 2 weeks, where the seam lines are on offense and defense. How Chicago can tilt the field with protection, tempo, and leverage. And which 3 swing players will decide the middle 8 minutes that usually decide these games. I'll break down injuries and depth the names you need to watch on the Friday. Report and I'll walk you through who has the edge by room, staff, quarterback, skill positions, big boys up front, front 7, secondary, and special teams. We'll finish with the keys to victory, the little things that become not so little when the clock hits 7 minutes in the 4th. And yes, I'll give you a score. You want accountability? We do accountability here. You're watching Bears News Fan Report. If you bleed navy and orange, if your week runs on Hollis Hall time, hit subscribe, smash that like, and drop Beat Dallas in the comments right now. We ride together on Sundays, and we show up on Mondays. Shout out to Harrison Graham and the Chicago Bears Now format that inspired parts of today's Preview Iron Sharpens Iron. And Great Bears Talk pushes all of us to be better. Let's set the scene. 2 weeks in and both teams have told on themselves a little. The Cowboys can score in bunches when the script hits, but they sprung leaks on the back end and on 3rd down that invite long drives if you're patient and precise. The Bears are finding themselves. A rookie franchise quarterback learning how to win within the structure and outside of it. A receiving room that's flashed real teeth. And a defense that has competed on money downs but hasn't consistently married rush and coverage yet. The truth is simple. If Chicago cleans up penalties, gets the ball on time, and tackles at the second level, this becomes the kind of street fight we like. If we give short fields or let explosives stack, you spend your Sunday chasing .now for the news you came for. This game won't be won by a magic trick. It will be won by execution in 3 places. First, keeping the quarterback clean early, so rhythm sets in when he's on schedule and the pocket is honest. You can see the poise, the eye manipulation, the layered throws that make DC sweat. Second, feeding Romo duns like a WR1 while keeping DJ Moore dangerous one as the big-body timing monster who wins slants and digs. The other is the silent assassin who turns a hitch into a house call if you blink. Third, forcing Dallas to live on long fields, make them snap it 12 times and earn it. Limit YAC, rally and tackle, and steal 1 possession with pressure when they get greedy. That's the axis of this thing. Get those right, and the math starts leaning toward navy and orange. Injuries and availability will tilt the board. Midweek, Chicago is monitoring the secondary closely. The status of top corners matters in a game where Dallas will try to isolate matchups, especially from bunch and stack looks. Linebacker health is a storyline. We've seen Noah Sewell punch above his years in the run fit, and Tremaine Edmonds play faster downhill when the front holds the point. Up front on offense, chemistry is improving, but it has to travel snap-to-snap communication on twists, and games can't fail against a defense that loves to mug gaps and bluff pressure. For Dallas, eyes on their receiver rotation and trenches. A banged-up line changes the math on how often they can live in 5-man protections. And a thin secondary can be put in the blender if you keep them in nickel and force them to tackle in space. Final Friday reports decide details. The blueprint doesn't change. Who has the edge? Head coach staff, push. Both staffs can scheme first 15s that hum. What matters here is second-half adjustments, who self-corrects protections, who adjusts spacing to kill the opponent's favorite coverage, who steals a possession with a perfectly timed pressure. Quarterback. Cowboys get the proven week-to-week consistency today. But let's be real, the ceiling conversation is different. Caleb Williams showed growth from week 1 to week 2, more patience, better feet and structure, and the same playmaking juice when protection cracks. He's capable of outplaying anyone on any Sunday when the picture is clean. That's not a dream. That's why he's here. Skill positions, slight edge bears. Rome has alpha written on him. DJ Moore remains a problem, and Cole Kaman is due for a game with 3 chain-moving catches on the same drive. The backs have to show up past pro, screen timing, and finishing through contact after the catch. Dallas's top-end duo is scary. Chicago's depth and variety can win if touches are allocated with intent. Offensive line. Push. On paper, the Bears' ceiling is higher when healthy, but it's about stacking clean pockets against disguise-heavy fronts. You do that, and the rest of the offense unlocks. Defensive line. Push-leaning Bears if the interior plays like weak. One vertical knockback on early downs and edges that converts speed to power. Neither team has consistently squeezed the pocket through 2 gains. Sunday is a great day to start. Linebacker. Bears. Even with bodies in and out, this room's diagnostic speed and physicality fit what this game requires. Edmonds cleans up messes. Sewell's run fits travel. And if TJ Edwards is limited, rotation discipline will matter, but the floor remains solid. Secondary, health-dependent push. At full strength, Chicago's ability to play with vision and rally is better than it's been given credit for. Banged up, you need smart depth and a pass rush that makes throws come out before roots develop. Special teams. Cowboys, because their kicker can change end-of-half math from the logo. The counter is simple. Stay clean in coverage. Win hidden yardage with returns that get you to the 32 instead of the 24. And give your own ace a chance to make his kicks inside the script, not just under duress. Keys to victory, the short list that'll feel long by sunset. 1. Keep Caleb clean. When he was protected last week, the ball came out on time. Anticipation throws hit windows, and the offense felt like it belonged to us. If you can live in 2nd and 6 instead of 2nd and 11, Ben Johnson, OC, can call the world. 2. Feed Romo Duns. He's already playing like the first read on critical downs. Let him be that. Give him slants against off, digs behind linebackers, and the occasional double move when the corner starts jumping. DJ Moore's gravity then flips a safety and gives you a shot play a quarter. 3. Take calculated chances on defense. You will not win this game playing prevent courage mix zones, bring pressure from depth on select 3rd and mediums, and dare their quarterback to throw into tight windows while you tackle the catch. Yes, you'll get hit once. Flip it back with a takeaway. 4. Don't let the run game steal your lunch. Dallas has been better than advertised on the ground early. Fit it up on first down, and you cut their playbook in half. 5. Details. Pre-snap penalties are non-negotiable. Clean that up. Move the chains on short yardage. Sneak it. Hammer it. Just don't get cute on 2nd and 2. Special teams must be boring in the good way. No kick out of bounds. No coverage bust, punch that flip the field. And field goals that end drives with points. Let's talk game flow, because this is how you build a win. Script the first 15 with tempo. Get Caleb 3 easy completions to settle the heartbeat. A quick out to DJ. A slant to Rome. A flat to the back with a blocker out front. Then hit play action with a glance route to put their safeties on notice. Defensively, stress their protections early with simulated pressures that drop out and force the quarterback to hold his eyes for a count behind that. Rally and tackle. No yards for free. If you get a 4th and short near midfield in the first half, go. Send the message you're here to dictate, not react. In the middle 8, put your best drive of the day on tape. Stack a screen when your ends go wide. Sneak a tight end leak after heavy personnel. and run split zone with a late cutback to calm the rush. Close with your dudes. Let Caleb cook with options at the line. If they load the box, he has the green light to flip to slants. If they drop, run the ball and make them tackle. Defensively, refuse explosives, force checkdowns, tackle in bounds, and make them bleed clock for every yard, risks and truths. If the Bears get behind the sticks, Dallas will heat the pocket. If the secondary is thin, they'll hunt matchups with bunch and motion to isolate a fifth DB. If special teams hand them short fields, you're in a dogfight you didn't have to be in. But the flip side is real. If you protect, if you let your young QB see it clean and play fast, if Rome and DJ get fed like pros and your defense takes the ball away once, this game shifts. This city knows the feeling when Soldier Field turns into a speaker. It's not magic, it's momentum earned. Prediction time. I said last week I wouldn't pick the Bears again until they proved it. I'm bending that rule for one reason. I refuse to pick against the Bears at Soldier Field in a game that means this much to the locker room and the city. If they lose, the rule stands going forward. But for Sunday, give me Chicago 27, Dallas 24, a takeaway in the third. A Rome 3rd and 8 dig in the fourth. A Caleb keeper to move the chains and force the Cowboys to burn their timeouts. Cairo finishes it. We exhale my opinion before we get out of here. This is the week where the identity sharpens. Trust the growth at quarterback. Feature Rome without turning DJ into a decoy. Let the backs matter in pass pro and on screens. On defense, gamble just enough to get off the field twice a half. Win the little things, and you win the scoreboard. Now I want yours. Would you go heavier personnel to bully their front, or more 11 with tempo to gas the pass rush? Who's your X factor? K-Med on seams, Sewell in the run fit, or a depth corner who plays above his head? And what's your closing five on defense when it's a one-score game? Drop your answers below Best Takes. Get red on the next show. Bear down, Chicago.